What do I think of Pablo Escobar tourism and people who come to Medellin to do Pablo Escobar tours? A lot of people ask me this question. Do I think it's a good thing? Do I think it's a bad thing? What's my opinion on it? So let's talk about it. People come to Medellin from all over the world for different reasons. But a lot of tourists come to visit Pablo Escobar's grave, to visit his old properties, and to hear the stories about the time when he was in power. And whether you'd like to admit it or not, Pablo Escobar had a huge impact on Colombia's recent history. I mean, he's only been gone for like 33 years. From judges, police officers, politicians, journalists, anyone who was against him, to placing bombs in major cities of Colombia, even on a commercial flight, which ended the life of all the people who were on that flight, over 100 people. He was elected to Congress in 1982, being the leader of cartel wars that made Medellin the most dangerous city in the entire world in 1991, with over 7,000 just in the city of Medellin in that 1 year. He built huge housing complexes, football fields, and schools in impoverished neighborhoods of Medellin, and brought over hippos to Colombia from Africa for his zoo, which still to this day disrupt local ecosystems. And in 2016, the Narco series dropped on Netflix, becoming one of the most popular series in the entire world, sparking the interest of people all over the globe to visit Medellin and understand the history behind that show. Shirts, keychains, magnets, all types of memorabilia started popping up in Medellin to cater to these tourists, and of course the Pablo Escobar tours as well. Not to say this didn't exist before, but after the Narco series, you definitely notice much more of this Escobar memorabilia and interest in the history. The Colombian government has done its best to wipe the memory of Pablo Escobar from Colombia by destroying his properties, like El Edificio Monaco, which was his old building in El Poblado, destroying his self-built prison up in the mountains of Envigado, La Catedral. La Hacienda Nápoles was turned into a theme park with no mention of the history of how it was his biggest property, and that's where he made his zoo with exotic animals that he brought from Africa. So what do I think about all this? Obviously, I think that Pablo left this country in flames, but I don't think that we should try to erase this history. In countries like Cambodia, you can visit the Tuol Sleng Museum, which talks about the history of in Cambodia in the 1970s and the notorious field. In Rwanda, you can visit the Kigali Memorial, where you can learn all about the Rwandan. I think we lost the opportunity to have had museums in these old properties that belong to Escobar, so that we could learn about this history, so that Colombians and people from all over the world could come and learn about it, keep these events in our memory, so that we don't let them ever happen again. We have to remember how horrible this time was in Colombia, because people my age and younger did not experience this. Pablo should never be glorified, but understanding that history can give us insight into understanding why Colombia was once one of the most dangerous countries in the entire world, and how this country overcame that past. I don't personally like seeing his face on shirts and keychains and stickers. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comments below.